Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation, Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Hank Strange. You are watching the Hank Strange Situation, and we have special guest, the late Boy Scout himself.
What is up? What's up? Hank
Welcome
Strange
to the
audience.
Hacienda, my friend.
Man, it's my honor. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for coming here. I mean, you know, from all the way from Utah.
It's better here. It's better in Florida. It's warmer anyway.
Yeah.
Man,
well,
it's nice.
Sometimes it's better. This is like the best time of the year, man, because it
Yeah.
can get hot and humid around here.
Well, it is really nice. It is really nice here today. We're missing out on like 1.5 feet of snow in Utah right now, so it's fun in some ways, but also very cold. And it is just temperate and nice here in Florida today. So
I would love to come visit you in Utah, but really not when it's snowing.
That's the best time to come, man.
Really?
I'll loan you some snow boots. Come on.
Yeah, okay. You're going to have to loan me a lot more than snow boots. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do here with this, if you're not aware of the Late Boy Scout channel, which I don't know what planet you've been on, you know, he's all over the place, working hard, building it up.
Trying.
You know, you're almost at 120,000 subscribers, man.
Yeah, it was 119
awesome.
when I checked it this morning.
Yeah,
So
that's a
pretty
big,
good.
that's a big milestone.
I'll take it.
I'm going to take this opportunity to remind everyone watching this video to go subscribe to the Late Boy Scout. Tell him Hank Strange sent you. I'm going to get you like 2 or 3 subscriptions here, man. You know?
I'm sure you'll do better than that, but whatever the case.
The strangers out there, man, we're a big contingent of like maybe 6 people.
What do you call the audience? Do you call them the Hank Strangers? I think you should.
They come up with all kinds of things. You know, we call it the situation.
Just now. I like it.
The Hank Strangers.
Call your audience the Hank Strangers.
Yeah,
I like it.
They'll probably love that. So what we're going to do, we're going to do 5 questions for the Late Boy Scout here. I made them up. I didn't, you know, I was like, hey, do you want my audience to know about it? And he was like, no, I want you to come up with it.
I sent him 5 questions, but he rejected them. He didn't like them. So he came up with his own. Now
that would have been easy, man, because I just did these at the last minute.
Oh.
Have you ever met me? Okay, I don't prepare. This drives Lola crazy. Okay, so I just prepared at the last minute. So I do have 5 questions, though.
All right.
Okay, so let's just jump right into it so we can get it going. Let's start off with a serious question here.
Okay.
Serious question. Okay, what's the mission statement of your channel? In other words, briefly, how do you run your channel? What do you want your narrative to be about? And what do you hope to accomplish every time you post a video?
Oh, man, and I got to phrase this in like one sentence or something?
No, just take your time, man. We got time here, you know, whatever it takes.
You know, from the beginning, I've been all about learning, all about discovery and exploring, and you know, bringing new ideas and new perspective to things that I discover, I guess.
Right.
So guns are part of that, knives are part of that, outdoors are part of that, and all the gear that's related to those things are a big part of all of that.
Okay.
And you know, we sometimes look at gear that seems like it's going to do well for us, and maybe it doesn't, or maybe it does.
Yeah.
But as a gear reviewer, one of my goals has been to sort of uncover some of the assumptions. You know, you look at something, you say that's going to be good because the marketing says it's going to be good.
Right. Or I saw this really badass dude that I like do a YouTube video about it, and it was awesome.
Right. And so you got to bring an honest perspective and just reality to all that stuff and say, well, how is it actually working for the situations that maybe it's marketed for, or that I am practically going to use it for?
Yeah, because things work differently for different people.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
And so and again, that's a reason why so many YouTube channels are so valuable, because your perspective is different from mine.
Right, exactly.
And so, you know, that's why I want people to watch you, because you're going to bring them a perspective that I can't bring them.
Right.
And I might bring them a perspective that you won't necessarily bring them.
Right.
And so it's great to have all these different perspectives.
Someone's honking. This is so crazy. Someone's honking off camera, so just ignore that.
We have a visitor coming.
Yeah, someone's trying to we're going to send Lola out there and some dogs to take care of them. No, you know what? I completely agree with you on what you're saying there. And what I appreciate about your channel is your honest approach to it, you know? That's what I like seeing about. Obviously, we're friends. I've seen you out there. I've been watching your channel as a YouTube, like even before I started making YouTube videos myself. And it's always refreshing to sit down there and see, because you take your time on some of these things. You know, you really like really test it out, you know?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
That is true. I mean, in some ways, it's good to get information out there quickly, and a lot of people are in a rush to
like
get
your
certain
first
things
impression
out.
kind of thing. Yeah,
your first impression.
Yeah.
But not only that, but sometimes there's a hot piece of gear that people are clamoring to get a look at.
Yes.
And we as reviewers or testers or whatever might feel an obligation or the opportunity to say, I've got the opportunity to show this first.
Yeah.
I got to show it first.
Yeah.
Even though we may not have a really baked perspective.
And we
on
do it because we have to. Sometimes it's a matter of who gets the video out there first. You need to be honest, and the audience needs to realize this is your first impression.
Yeah.
And then if you're good enough, and that's what I like about you, to come back and say, you know what, I initially liked this.
Yeah.
But then this happened, and my opinions have changed, and all that kind of stuff.
You've got to be able
Without
to fill
also,
things out.
I don't think we need to beat up on the people making things, because
No.
one of the things I want to encourage is that for people to innovate
Yeah.
in the spaces that we're in, you know,
Oh,
when it comes to
absolutely.
guns and knives and all the other things that we care about and we put out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And those
Yeah.
innovations are sometimes going to resonate with us, sometimes not. But
Right.
seeing things come out that are different in all these different ways, it's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yes. Awesome, man. That was very well done there.
All right, thank you.
Kudos. Okay, so second question
Yes.
is of a historical nature.
Okay.
Okay. What is your worst video ever and why? Or what is a video you really didn't enjoy making yet folks on your channel enjoyed that video? And see, this was here. See, if you look at his video, he asked me something similar to this, but this
Yeah,
was
it was
here,
kinda
man.
similar.
You didn't see me writing anything in
That's
this.
true.
but
I
it's-
did not.
It's in here.
That is
so.
true. Okay.
Great
So-
minds think alike.
Okay, repeat back. So half of it was.
What's your worst video ever and why?
Mm-hmm.
Or what's a video you really didn't enjoy making, yet when you posted it out there, folks liked it on your channel?
Gosh, it would be really hard for me to say what video I didn't enjoy making, because I don't think I would ever turn the camera on to show something if I wasn't excited about it to
Mm-hmm.
some level.
But sometimes things go wrong, or they're crazy, or we do videos that we didn't even really
Sometimes,
expect
yeah.
to be actually doing a video right
Yeah,
now.
or maybe it feels
Yeah.
like a chore when you're doing it, because
Right.
it's very laborious for one reason or another.
Right.
That is hard to. It's hard to think about that, because it's like, again, I enjoy making almost every video I make, but I'll answer that at sort of from a different angle a little
Okay.
bit.
Okay.
All right. So
Twist it up. Twist it.
one video that I made kind of spur of the moment, which I did not anticipate would do well, but has done extraordinarily well, is my video called Knives I Never Buy for EDC.
Okay. Yes.
So you might have seen this video,
I've seen it.
and
If you haven't seen it, you have to watch it.
you might have gotten through the first 30 seconds of this video and then clicked away because you got bored.
I
It was
think it was
pretty
good,
long.
man. It was good. You had the guy from Blade HQ, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Ben from Blade HQ,
Yeah.
and I did that video together. And it was very much, kudos to Ben and kudos to Blade HQ for allowing us to do that video, because
Yeah.
we're sitting
He
there
was very
talking-
honest too, man.
Oh,
As a
yeah.
guy who sells knives.
Exactly.
And those, you were in his store, right?
I was in this store.
Yeah,
I
and
was
so
in his
those are
store.
knives he sells to people.
Correct.
And this is out there, and over 1 million people.
Yep. Like
Way over 1 million
1 million now, or something
No,
like that.
I think it's 1,250,000
maybe
plus,
close,
man.
something like that.
Yeah.
And so that video, again, I approached Ben with that video idea maybe that morning, or maybe the day before or something.
Right.
And that was spawned from a list that I think I got from my subscribers, actually, where
Okay.
I had asked them, hey, send me your suggestions on knives that I should buy and try and review.
Right.
And so I got a long list. And as I was going through that list, I was checking off and crossing out ones that I didn't really care for, because I already had preconceived notions and ideas about these knives that made them not ones that I would want to buy. Or
Yeah.
maybe I looked at them at a store and said, oh, for this reason, I'm going to say no to it.
Right.
And so I put together a list that of those knives that I thought, no, I'm not going to buy these ones. And it just occurred to me, maybe this would be an interesting video to say, here's the knives I'm not going to buy, and here's the reasons why I'm not going to buy them. And it turned out to go over extremely well.
Yeah.
So again, like I approached Ben with that video idea just maybe that morning. He said, that could be cool. Let's go ahead and try
Yeah.
it.
Kudos to a company, to a guy who sells knives
Yeah.
that wants to do that. I think that's one of the elements of that video that makes it unique over what other people do.
Yeah.
That we're getting your perspective, and you deal with a lot of knives, and we're getting his perspective. He sells a lot of knives, and he deals with them too.
Yep.
I was laughing when he was saying that there's certain knives he can't afford. I was like, dude, you sell these things.
Yeah.
But it's true, right?
Yeah.
People think that you've got all the money. No, you've got to sell them.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So, very cool, man. I enjoy that. And I actually have I have something related to that. I'm gonna try to get Lola to go get that thing so I could put it in this video.
Oh.
So while I go on to the next question.
All right,
all
all right.
So that's like a little cue. Someone
right.
was trying to like come on the hacienda. You can't come on the hacienda uninvited. So we have to send Lola to take care of that. That's just something that people might not know about that. You know, you can't just show up here and try to get on the hacienda.
Interesting. You can't just crash the party here.
No. Okay, so this one is a spiritual question.
All right.
Spiritual question here. Okay, regardless of skill or talent, what career would you choose if you could choose any in the world, knowing that you would become the greatest ever doing it? Yes, that's spiritual, man.
What? Hold on a second.
Yeah.
So what career would I choose?
Yeah.
if
What
I
career
knew-
would you choose to do if you knew that when you chose it, you could not do wrong?
Oh man.
You would be the best.
Okay, this goes to something that my audience probably doesn't know about me. When I was in, I don't know, junior high school age, all I wanted to do was be a comic book artist.
Really?
That is
That's
all
cool.
I wanted to do, like for the rest of my life.
I think a lot of us, you know,
Probably so.
in those years.
Probably a lot of you
And
guys
still
are admitting that in the
I
comments
dream
right
about
now.
that still. I do a little bit, yeah.
But that's all I wanted to do. And so I would draw all day. I'd come home from school. I'd skip my homework and I'd just sit there and draw at my little
Nice.
art desk. And all I wanted to do was just perfect my skills and become an incredible comic book artist. And so I guess if I were to dream about, you know, anything that I could do, and I'd be the best there ever was at it. In some ways, I guess I'd still want to be the best comic book artist on earth. I
Cool,
don't
man.
know.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I think what you do in your real life, because people may not believe this, but you
Yeah.
actually have to do something to pay the bills.
Yes, that is
You know,
correct.
is it slightly related to that?
It is related to that. I do
Okay.
a type of graphic design,
Cool.
which is related to art. And so
Awesome.
it's nice. I feel pretty fulfilled in the fact that I, you know, was able to channel my artistic aspirations into something that
Yeah.
pays the bills, as well as with YouTube,
Right.
you get a little extra from that as well, because it's definitely a creative outlet.
Yeah, and it's cool to know that there's some creative types, because people put us in a box, that if you're a creative type, you'll be liberal, never be a gun owner, and all those kinds of things. Not really true.
It's not true at
A
all.
lot of us out there. Very nice,
Yeah.
man. I want to see a comic book on your channel one day that you did.
You probably won't. You probably won't.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Okay, now let me go on to the next question. This is a philosophical question here.
Okay.
Philosophical question. Okay, toilet paper roll. Hanging down or flopped over the roll? Which kind of guy are you?
Flopped over the roll. Over the top, dude. It has to go over the top. You can't pull it from underneath. That's completely inefficient.
What?
No, it goes
has
over
to
the
be.
top.
No,
It
no,
goes
I
over the
totally
top. That
disagree
way
with
when
you
you
on
tear
that,
it,
man.
it's completely
No.
clean, and you can't even see where it goes down the back, dude. You got to pull like
When
there's
it
like
comes
4
down,
inches
gravity's
coming
working
down.
with you. Excuse me.
No,
when it
if
comes
it's,
down,
it's,
gravity's
it's
working.
going
That's the
down
best
one way or the other. You might as well have it coming
No.
towards you. Then you tear it off,
Oh,
and it's
wow.
clean, sitting there, just a perfect roll. If
You're
going behind,
over the
you gotta
roll
have,
guy.
like, not behind, dude. No way.
Wow.
I'm not
Okay.
a behind the roll kind
Some
of guy.
serious differences
Over the top,
between
always over the
myself and
top.
the scout on this one. He is. I can't believe it. Well, you know what? You guys have to let us know. Like, which one are you? I want people to let me know. And actually, what I'll do is, out of the people who let us know which kind of person they are, we'll hit them up with something.
All right.
You know, maybe we'll
Sure.
give them. You know, we'll pick one of those people and send them
Sure.
a cool little thing.
Yeah.
Hanging down. I'm just saying. Hanging
Over
down.
the top is the only way. Over the top.
Okay, so here's a silly question now.
All right.
Silly question.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. That wasn't a silly question?
No, man, that was philosophical.
All right. Okay, now
Okay.
you're going to ask me about
Have you ever
please.
met
Go ahead.
me? Have you ever met me?
I met you at SHOT Show.
Oh, okay, so that was philosophical in my book. Okay, all right. Silly question now.
All right.
Silly question. Okay, who would you want to play you in the movie of your life, and why? Boom! Your mind is blown.
Doggone. And that's the hardest thing here is that I'm really bad with actors' names.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. But
If you could say the movie or something, I might be able to figure it out.
Benicio del Toro.
Really?
I've been told in the past, like friends of mine have said, like we've done this game before. Where he will play you in a movie. He will
Okay.
play you in a movie, and they named Benicio del Toro.
Really? Do you have a little Latin blood?
No, not
No?
that I'm aware of.
Okay.
But something, I don't know. People have
Right.
said that something about his
See,
persona
like,
or whatever.
Because I see
just
him in like
fits me.
scary movies, dude.
Yeah, he's.
You know.
Well, what was he in that was
Yeah.
scary?
What was it? Like No Country for
No, that
Old
was not
Men
him.
or something?
That was not him. That was
wasn't
the other
Benicio
guy.
del Toro.
No, that was.
IMDb that. Probably
I
wasn't
can't think
him.
of his name right now, but he
Okay.
had the weird haircut.
Yeah.
And
Who was that
also in
guy?
the last
That guy
Bond-
scares me.
Yeah, no, he scares me too. He was
Oh,
also
okay.
in one of the last Bond films, Skyfall.
Okay.
But
So
I
what's
can't think of his name
Benicio
right now.
del Toro in that you
He
like?
was in Guardians of the Galaxy most recently.
Oh yes.
The dude with the white hair.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
yes.
the collector?
I know who you're talking about,
Yeah,
right? He
that
was
guy.
the collector in there. Yeah.
And he
that
was
wasn't.
he was in the movie-
That didn't creep me out at all.
No, well, not remotely. He's not at all creepy.
No.
But he was also in the movie Traffic, which
Uh-huh.
he was a little more. He was like an FBI agent or something,
Okay.
or maybe he was he was with the Mexican government. I don't remember.
Okay. So
Um,
Benicio del Toro. For
I'm
you.
going to go with Benicio del Toro. There's probably
Okay.
a handful of other people that I could
Yeah.
say.
I would say The Rock,
would fit
but I'm
the
just
role.
saying. I
Oh,
mean,
come
because only The Rock's going to be able to like match the body, the physique, the awesome lookingness. You know, I mean,
You could
that's
also
just
go.
me.
You could
Lola
also,
doesn't really agree with that.
You could also go with the guy who's Lex Luthor in the new Spider-Man or Superman.
Oh no, I know who you're talking about. I don't like that.
You could
guy.
also you could go with that guy for me because he
Really?
yeah, I'm just as nerdy and quirky as that sometimes.
Really?
Sure.
You're talking about like the Superman versus Batman movie.
Yeah, the guy who plays Lex Luthor.
Oh, the young guy.
Yeah,
I forgot
what's
his
his
name.
name?
I cannot remember. He was
Comments.
in American Ultra. So
He was also in the Social Network
Yeah.
as the Facebook founder.
Yeah.
So he does geeky, quirky, weird very, very well. He was also in
Okay.
Zombieland.
So you're a little bit of a nerd.
Oh,
Yeah. He was in
Plenty of that.
Yeah. What's the new rule number 1?
double tap?
Cardio.
Cardio.
Well, I know. Was that one number 1 or 2? It might be 2.
It's probably cardio.
Yeah.
I think
Cardio.
Double tap might have been number 2.
I would totally die in the zombie apocalypse, dude. But if we have a different kind of apocalypse where people starve, I am totally prepped.
You know what?
All the skinny people are going to die first.
You know what?
Okay, the fat guys, we got fat. We can live
Zombies,
off that.
as long as you wait a little while, the zombies get very, very slow. So I think you're good.
Wait a
Just-
little while?
Yeah, no, as long as you avoid them for a while.
Oh,
Okay?
okay.
They get very, very slow.
And you know this because why?
What? Come on now. They don't have a metabolism anymore. They're just made up of a nerve center,
Yeah, okay.
keeping them going somehow while they're decaying
Okay.
until they just.
So
stop
in some
until
alternate
they dust.
universe, you were in like a zombie apocalypse and gathered
And this
some
is the
data.
information I brought back for you.
Right. Okay. All right. Cool. Before I end this video, I have a gift.
Oh my
I'm gonna give it
gosh.
to you a little early. Now, you know, we were talking about that video, and I was like, man, what would be perfect for Scout? You know, what would be a cool gift to give him coming out to the situation? Something that, you know, when I give him this, he'll be able to use it maybe and do a video.
All right.
You know, so watching that video and based on what I know you like out of that video, I came up with this, man. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this, and I better see it in a video. There we go.
Oh my gosh, dude.
You know what it is already.
I do know what this
Here we
is.
go, and I better see it now.
Wow.
You know,
Oh,
because I'm
yeah,
telling
well,
everyone, don't re-gift this, man.
How could I
Don't
possibly?
re-gift this. Here
I'm
we
not
go.
a regifter. I'm not a re. Oh
There
my
we go,
gosh.
man. Cold
Cold Steel Spartan.
Cold Steel Spartan.
Cold Steel Spartan.
This has to be one of your favorite knives that you've always wanted to get one of these. I know this from watching
wow.
the video.
You know what? This is an awesome gift. First off, thank you. That's really cool.
You're welcome.
Yeah. It's kind of a joke because you may not have.
You have to
you
watch
may
the
not
video.
have gotten that in
See
the
what
video.
I'm talking about.
In the video, it can basically be summarized as saying, "I'm a little bit averse to really large knives, and this is a really large
There's a lot of
knife."
things about this he doesn't like. You have to watch the video to see that.
Having
But you're
said that-
trapped now.
Having said that, there's a lot of big knives I've gotten into since then
Oh.
that I really like.
Okay. Yeah, because that was a
So-
couple years ago.
It was
Okay.
a couple 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
And
So
since
have you
then-
done something on this?
No, I have
the
not done
Spartan?
anything on
Okay.
the Spartan.
I think you should do a video, and we could probably set this up with your audience, my audience, that's going to become your audience.
Bring that right up into your face.
5 videos that the audience wants to see the Late Boy Scouts do a review of.
Oh, there you go.
That would be awesome.
Let's see that in the comments section.
Yeah. Do you guys want that? I think I'd like to
Yeah,
see that.
all right.
So
I'm
the
down with
audience
that.
sends you in something because they watch you and they're like, oh, no, you're totally wrong. And I always think
Yeah.
this when people are like, oh, you should review this gun or check this thing out. Like, yeah, why don't you send me one because I'm going to have to buy that thing. And I
Right.
know that's what you were saying, you didn't want to buy it. So I figured I'm going to give you something you don't want to buy, and then I want to see you review it.
All right, man.
You know, don't be afraid to hurt my feelings. It's okay.
Well, I can't not
You
review
know, I'm
it
just
now.
going to cry.
No.
Just going to cry a little bit.
I will. I'll chop down some trees in the backyard with that. What do you
Awesome.
think?
Cool.
There you go. Cold
All right,
Steel
guys.
Spartan. Dude, that rocks.
Don't forget to subscribe to this guy if you haven't already. Really good guy. I enjoy hanging out with him. You'll enjoy watching his videos. The Late Boy Scout.
Thank you very much,
on
guys. I
YouTube.
really appreciate it. Thanks for having me, Hank.
Thanks
It's
for
been
coming out,
awesome.
man.
Really appreciate it. It's been great. All right.
Peace out.
Peace out, y'all.